Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy I Sleep Too Late, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Hackmons Hub mobile app. This is a mobile app that is officially on the Apple App Store. It is also available for Android as well. If you go to my website and scroll down on all the pages, you can see a link to the download page. And this is what it looks like. This is the home screen. It's got a quick access to some of the key features. It's got a little description on some of the things that you can do, as well as a link to the website at the bottom. Now, I've made a lot of updates to the website that I haven't talked about yet on the YouTube channel, but suffice it to say, there are a lot of things I've added, including team support, as well as a fun little menu that has some of the things that we're going to talk about in this video. So let's go ahead and get started with the database. You can see here already that there is a new addition to database, the type charts, which I think I'll just click on for now and just show you. This gives you the type charts for all of the different generations, including some of the interesting types like bird type, question mark, like the curse type, shadow, and stellar for national decks. You can actually swap axes to see not only the defense and attack on the X and Y, but also you can flip them. You can go to different generations and they will display different type charts for each generation. And you can also just swap axes here, like I said before. So it's kind of useful if you want to get like a better idea of what kind of Pokemon are super effective against what. Going back here, let's go to Pokedex now, and you can see the Pokemon in Pokedex order. Now, I did say that this is fully offline. However, the sprites get loaded from the website. So if you do download the app and you use it for the first time without any internet connection, you may not see these sprites getting loaded. My recommendation is to first download the app, turn it on, and just kind of scroll through all of these Pokemon to load the sprites. And I would do the same thing for items, because there are item sprites as well. And once you do that, you will be able to view the sprites even while you're offline. So with that said, let's go ahead and click on, I don't know, let's click on a Pokemon here. You can see the stats of the Pokemon, as well as some more information like height, weight, BMI, of course, and gender ratio, as well as egg groups. And you can do this for all of the Pokemon on this database. You can also filter by generation, by typing. You can also add and or not logic for different things like OU, UU, things like that, right? Just like you would do for the different things on the website as well. So this is kind of like, really cool. You can also click on the sort button to have primary sorting and secondary sorting. So if you want to do sorting by base stat total, and based on that, if you want to have a tiebreaker, you can do that as well. So let's say base stat total with, like, you can do physical, bulk, defense, height, ratio, whatever. Let's keep it simple and do speed. So now you can see that these Pokemon have the same base stat total, but their tiebreaker is speed. And so you can see here that, oh wait, hold on a second. Speed is descending. Yes, because Gardevoir is base stat total 618. And then the fastest 615 is actually Aerodactyl. So there you have it, folks. Zapdos is 615 only because in Pure Hackmons no nerfs, it does get a boost from having the same special attack and special defense. So that checks out. But if you want to do like a more official generation, like a more established, you can go to Gen 9 and you can kind of see the different types of things that you can do. So we can sort by, again, base stat total descending, speed descending, and you can see here that the different stats are perfectly organized in the way that you want them to be. Let's go back here and go to moves, where you'll see the same kind of logic with the primary, secondary sorting. You have effect chance, PPs, priority, things like that. You have different tags like contact moves, bullet moves, things like that. So all sort of the same things. You can also sort by generation and filter by typing. So all really useful stuff that I think you might want to look at, as well as abilities. You can do sort of a linear sorting here with name or generation if you want. And this obviously has a competitive filter where you can view the competitive abilities that, well, the community or the creators of the website decided were competitive. All right, let's go back here and look at items. Like I said before, these load the sprites of the items. So if you want to look at the sprites, I highly suggest you open the app and just kind of scroll through. Some of these items don't have sprites like Booster Energy, Bottle Cap. They're just kind of either new or they're from Gen 2, which didn't have any sprites for things like Berserk Gene, for example. But we're going to go ahead and go back here to tools. And I'm just going to kind of talk about some of the tools. I'm not going to spend too much time because we already know some of these features from previous videos. But this is the really cool thing about the type coverage is you can click on different combinations of items. You can go to scrappy mode if you want to see like the different type coverages in case your Pokemon had scrappy. And then you'll see the breakdown here at the bottom, right? It'll break down which Pokemon are super effective against. And then not only that, but you can click on export and you can copy the results of how many Pokemon are weak to what based on your selection. Moving on to Team Weakness Checker, you can either go by selecting a Pokemon or you can do a manual type. And let's say I wanted to input, I don't know, an electric grass type Pokemon. You can also, like I said, enter a manual Pokemon as well, like the name of a Pokemon. And it'll give you the breakdown of which types that the Pokemon are weak to. It also includes things like Freeze Dry, Flying Press, and Thousand Arrows because those are, somewhat relevant as well. So you can do that for all your, a full team of 6 Pokemon, and then it'll tell you which Pokemon you want to be which types you want to be careful of, right? So you can see here that you have pretty good coverage with an electric type and an electric grass. But if you do, like, let's say water and fire, I guess, you can see that you've got some weaknesses. You got 2 weaknesses to ground. And so this will give you more information about, like, the defensive analysis of your team. Similarly, with EV Optimizer, this gives you, like, a breakdown of how many EVs you should invest in defenses, HP, or special defense. So let's go ahead and click on Ferrothorn, for example. It'll give you the breakdown when you select a preset, or you can manually put in, like your stats. So you've got the modifiers here, and you can also manually, if you want to change the manual stats. Like, so for example, you chose Ferrothorn, right? But let's say you wanted to make this 90 instead. That could also change the equation as well. Maybe not so much for HP, but of course if you had something else here. And you can also scroll by how much you care about physical or special. So if you care more about physical, you can invest more stats into that, right? So if you cared more about physical, then this is going to actually tell you that you prefer physical more, and it's going to put more EVs into the defense. Moving forward, let's go ahead and look at damage calculator. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but this is actually really cool because it's very similar to the damage calculator on Pokemon Showdown. You can type in, I don't know, like let's do Mega Latios. Let's just do Mega Latios, for example, or Mega Latios is fine. And then what we'll do is we'll put in, these are items that are specific to like specific things, like you've got the gems, and then we'll do Soul Dew for the sake of argument. And what's really cool here about defenders, you can actually put in used Glaive Rush as a checkbox, which means it takes twice as much damage the next turn. Let's just do Abomasnow. Okay, we'll just do Abomasnow and leave it at that. Let's give this Pokemon Psychic. And then once we do that, you can see a breakdown of how much damage it deals. It deals 63 to 74%. Now, that's going to be what's going to show up, hopefully, for Gen 6 as well, 63 to 74%. But if you go to Gen 7, you'll see that it went down to 50 to 59%. Why? It's because this app is actually taking into account the generations, right? So Soldew does more damage in Gen 6 and in no nerfs, obviously, because there's no nerfs. Because in those generations, Soldew was a 50% boost, whereas in Gen 7, 8, and 9, it was a much more nerfed item, where it only did like 20% boost for, I think, Dragon and Psychic type moves. So that's really cool. It gives you, a breakdown of everything, and it's also generation aware as well. Moving forward, this is the No Nerfs team builder. I personally like this a lot. I put it in the tool section because you can do a lot of cool things with it. So you can actually make your own teams just like you would on Pokemon Showdown. But this is specifically for the No Nerfs format. So what we're going to do is we're going to just, I guess we'll just make a Pokemon here just for the sake of argument. You can also add your custom mod files too if you have your own showdown mods that you want to include. You could do that as well if you have them on your mobile device. And let's go ahead and do, I don't know, leftovers. So leftovers should show the sprite as well. We'll do Terra Ice here, and let's just do, I don't know, let's just put in some things here. So we'll do Nile Light. Let's do Blizzard. And then we'll do Mortal Spin. I like Mortal Spin a lot. It's one of my favorite moves, honestly. And then our last move will be... it's a good question. I guess we'll do Shell... I don't know if it's called Shell Trap. I don't think it's called Shell Trap. I don't know. Let's just do Shell Smash. Let's just keep it simple. All right. And then we'll make the nature hasty. So then you can see not only the breakdown of the Pokemon, but you can also see here the team analysis. So as you start adding more Pokemon, you can actually do the same thing as the other app, the Team Weakness Checker. It'll give you a breakdown of how much of your Pokemon are weak to whatever typing. So let's export this. And moving on to segue into the fun section, you can actually go to Pokemon Generator, right? And then you can actually paste your output here. And when you scroll down, you can actually see the Pokemon card that you just created. So you can create a Pokemon and then you can just copy and paste it onto here. You can do a YouTube Shorts view, you can do a normal view, and you can do a theater view, and you can also share the results as well. By the way, the share button should be featured on all the other apps, like in tools. When we go here, I think that we also have our Team Weakness Checker, EV Optimizer, and Damage Calculator. So I did put a lot of thought into this. We're going to try to, for the sake of time, go a little bit faster. I want to direct your attention under Fun and Games to Randomizer. This is really cool. You can actually have a random Pokemon be generated with whatever generation you want. So we're going to just keep it to no nerfs. You can generate a random Pokemon. It'll give you the random breakdown of that Pokemon. Let's go to 200 here and generate 200 random Pokemon. It does take a little bit, but you can see here that 200 Pokemon have been generated. We're going to go ahead and export all here. And I want to just demonstrate to you something really cool. So there's a new feature on the website, which I might make a new video on in the future, called Draft. So you can actually have draft. You can draft Pokemon, you can draft text, and you can even draft image URLs if you have them. And it'll display as the image. But we're going to go ahead and paste this, and it'll parse the data that you just pasted into 200 items. You can set the number of bots and the number of packs and whatever. And we're just going to start a draft here. And you can see here that the random 200 Pokemon that were generated, you can actually draft the Pokemon that you want. So let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to do here. I'm going to draft... Well, I think I have to draft Darkrai, right? Because that's just insane. Burmy. Okay, unfortunately, that sprite doesn't exist. I'll have to fix that. Let's just go ahead and take a picture of this so that I can fix that for the future. This is currently a beta tested version of the app, so I will have to work on some things. We're going to go ahead and pick Mega Sizer here. And let's see. I think what I'm going to do now is... Oof, what? I guess I'll pick Colossal since we have some better typing. Oh, Lugia. We gotta pick Lugia here. And then yeah, Glastrier and then Pumpkaboo, of course. So there you have it, folks. My team of 6 Pokemon. You can go down here at the bottom and hit new draft, or you can just export all. We're just gonna export all here, and then one thing that you can do with this is which is really cool, is you can go to Gym Challenge, and this is another feature on the website as well, where you can paste your Showdown team and pick a league. We're gonna do let's just do Johto League, and then you can actually start the challenge, and it'll tell you if they think that your team will beat all 8 gym badges. And as you can see here, we are champion material. It gives you a breakdown of the badges and you know, what your likelihood of winning is, your score. So it's really cool. And you can also export your results too. You can copy your results. But what we're going to do is we're also going to go here and show you the battle predictor. This is a really cool feature as well. This allows you to enter 6 Pokemon or a team, 2 different teams, right? And we're just going to do the same team for the sake of argument. You can set the 2 players to either equal ELO, or you can set the custom ELO. We're just going to set it to the equal ELO for now. And you can predict the winner of who you think is going to win. This is obviously a close call because they use the exact same ELO and the exact same teams. I set it so it's around 4% chance of a draw. But you can see here that it's really close, and they give you a breakdown of the average base stat total, the offense, the defenses, and what have you. And then you can also copy the results as well. So I did put a lot of thought into this, as you can see. I put a lot of work into the app. You can see that we have a support menu as well, where you can kind of view the community, the app version, and some of the other stuff here. I really hope you enjoyed this video, folks. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I make a lot of Hackmons related material, and I also run the Hackmons.com website. So stick around if you want to join the Discord as well. I'll put a link of that in the description of this video, where you might see some early access features of the website and the mobile app. For now, I think that this is this was a very big update, by the way, 1.0.4, which I'm going to hope to roll out soon. But yeah, a lot of things going on here. I hope you enjoy this video. Subscribe for more content. Leave a like. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.